Hi, welcome to the Daily Reset, where we're focusing on yoga and yoga techniques to positively affect the course of your day. My name's Vicky, I'm a yoga teacher. So we focused on breath work this week, we focused on flexibility and strength and some lovely grounding postures. And today we're going to do a longer practice, incorporating what we've learnt, but also there'll be some extra bits in there too, some nice yoga moves which I've thrown in. So I'll give you lots of instruction and hopefully it'll be fun. So let's get ourselves in the space mentally for yoga practice. Sitting up tall and straight in your easy seated position, whether that be cross-legged or kneeling or however you want to sit. Bring your hands to your knees or your thighs and start to breathe deeply through the nostrils. Filling the chest and exhaling on the out breath, breathing in and out. So you might want to breathe into a count of 4 in your own head and exhale for 4. Keep that going. Deep breath in and a long exhale. Just reflect on what you've learnt this week and hopefully it's been fun and interesting. But also take your focus inwards and just notice how you're feeling. Scan the body mentally from head to foot, so taking it down from the crown of the head, down through the head to the face, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Breathing in deeply through the nose and exhaling deeply. Moving down to the neck and the shoulders. Noticing any areas of tension. We often have tension of the shoulders. Just mentally acknowledge tension and imagine that you're breathing it out through the nose on your out breath. Big in breath, and let's move down the body to the tops of the arms, forearms, hands, fingers. And come down through the torso, chest, the belly. And then let's work our way down the back, down the spine, from the base of the neck, all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae, to the base of your spine, to your tailbone. How's your body feeling today? And then move towards the pelvis, the buttocks, the hips, the thighs, front and back. Come down to your knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet and toes. Deep breaths through the nose, keep it going. And then on an in-breath, sweep up faster through the body, all the way up from the toes to the nose. And then on the out breath, just let anything that no longer serves you leave the body. Any tension, anything that's going on that you wish to lose in this moment. Shedding outer layer. ask yourself, as a friend to friend, how am I feeling today? Be really compassionate when you ask yourself this question and really care about the answer. Hopefully you're feeling ready to practice. Open the eyes. Sit up tall and straight. Remember your posture, a nice straight spine. And we're going to start by just warming up parts of the body. So tilting your neck, tilting your head down to the left side, and then coming back to centre and down to the right. So in breath up, out breath down. In breath up, out breath down. In breath up to centre. Out breath, tilt the head back, look up to the ceiling. In breath up. Out breath, chin to chest. Breathe in up, look up to the ceiling. Breathe out down, chin to chest. One more, breathe in up. Look up to the ceiling and breathe out, chin to chest. Now let's roll the shoulders back, lifting them up to the ears and roll them back down. Breathe in up, roll them down on the out breath. So in breath up, out breath down. And then let's come forward. In breath up, roll forwards, up and forwards. And one more time, up and forwards. Take your hands out to the sides. Big in breath, and breathe out. And then take your right arm up and over, sweep it up over your head and tilt down to the left side, looking up to the ceiling if you can. A couple of deep breaths here. And then take it all the way over to the other side. So left arm over, look up to the ceiling, big in breath, and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out back to centre. And then we're going to walk our hands forward now. So take your hands in front of you, walk the hands forwards, gently forwards, and stretch. So you might feel a little stretch in the hips here. Take a big in breath. On the out breath, lower down. Take a couple of breaths here, breathing in and breathe out. Let the head drop down and then just walk the hands back. Come over onto all fours. So find that tabletop position. So hands directly underneath the shoulders. And then we're going to do those spinal flexibility movements. So tilting downwards with the spine and then opposite direction upwards, pushing the shoulder blades apart. So down and look up, and then down and look back towards your tummy. And take a big in breath this time, look up on a big in breath and out breath all the way down. Look at the tummy. Breathe in up. Breathe out down, curling the pelvis under, tailbone under. Breathe in up, breathe out down, and up, and down, and then back to centre. Look forwards, and then we're going to curl the toes under, so curling the back toes under. I've got to shuffle a bit. And push up to down dog. So in down dog, obviously remember we're creating a V shape with our body, pushing the heels towards the floor, but at the moment we can just pedal the feet. So one heel down and then the other heel down, left and right. Deep breaths, remember. Nostril breathing still. So left and right. And then you might want to just swing your hips from side to side as if you're wagging your tail from side to side. Feeling a side body stretch as you do that. And then pedal the feet a bit more. If your arms are getting tired now, just bend the knees, look forward through the hands, look at where you're going and walk the feet forwards. And then let's find that forward fold. Let's see how our hamstrings are doing, the backs of the legs. Yeah, this is the hamstrings here. So leaning forward over them, letting the head just drop down and the arms just straight down. You can bring your hands to your shins if they don't come all the way down, and just let your head hang. Just hang here. In breath and out breath. Low down. Big in breath. On the out breath, just try to come a bit deeper into the posture. So just letting everything move downwards. Let gravity do the work. Okay, and then we're going to bend the knees and slowly roll up to standing. So vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly up to standing while we're coming to our mountain posture. So remember, mountain posture is feet together, unless it's uncomfortable. You can have them apart if it is uncomfortable to have them together, but I'm sure most people can get the feet together, palms turned out, pelvis, tailbone under. Yeah, shoulders are back and down, and we're nice and straight and tall. This is quite a lot going on in this posture. We are literally just standing, but it's still quite a lot going on in this posture. We are engaging and we are focusing on getting the body in the right position. So bring the feet together. Now we're going to take a big in-breath and bring our arms up over our heads. Breathing in, up, palms touch, look up to the ceiling. And then out breath, part the hands and lead with the chest, like as if swan diving down, and take your hands to your shins. And then look up, look forwards with a flat back. So hands to shins and your back is nice and flat, reaching the crown of the head forwards. And then we lower down, hands either side of the feet. And I step back now with my right foot. Step back, right foot, and lower the back knee down. Come up into that lovely right angle shape with the leg here. And let's tilt our pelvis under and move forwards so that we're stretching that right hip. Take a couple of deep breaths here. You can keep your hands here, you can bring them here, or you can bring them up overhead if you like, which actually deepens the stretch slightly. Deep breaths. Pelvis under. Come back. So then, moving the left foot back, so the knees are in line, and stepping the right forwards. And finding that right angle position again with the leg on the opposite side, curling the pelvis under, and then lunging forward. It doesn't have to be very far. It shouldn't need to be very far. If your pelvis is tucked under, your tailbone's tucked in, then you won't need to move forward to feel too far to feel a stretch in the left hip. And hold. Bring your hands to your knee or bring them up overhead as before. And breathe. Relax the shoulders. Don't hunch the shoulders. And breathe. One more breath. And then coming down, bringing our hands to the floor this time, drawing the right foot back, and then we're going to step back to plank. So you could be here in plank, or you may want to bring your knees down if that first version is too strong for you. Okay, so whichever plank you're in, pushing backwards with the heels, lowering your bottom down so your body is in a straight line. So in both versions, the bum is in a straight line with the body, pushing through the hands. Yeah, so pushing the floor away from us with the hands. And the head is in line with the spine. We're not too far down or looking up. We're nice and straight. Big in-breath. It's quite a challenging posture for most people, but try to find ease in the breath. Okay, lower the knees down, tops of the feet down. And we're going to bring our elbows in now. This is a true test of upper body strength. Most people find this very difficult and just want to like slump down quickly, but try to lower down with control. Lower the chest down towards the floor. Okay, and then straighten out. So we come up into this little back bend cobra. We're pressing the tops of the feet to the floor, hands either side of the breastbone, and the chest is forward, head is lifted, and you can feel that in the lower back. It's a really good back strengthening posture, this. And you can take your hands off and just really test the lower back strength if you want to. Pushing through the palms of the hands now. Coming back to all fours to your tabletop position, and then let's curl the toes under and push back up into down dog. Let's find down dog again. You should feel a bit easier now because we've stretched the hamstrings and we've had a go in this position already. So let's just try and focus on pushing the heels down towards the floor. Your toes are slightly turned in this posture, just slightly turned in. Take a big in-breath. On the out-breath, move your head slowly towards the ground. Make sure your arms are nice and straight. You're pushing through your hands, again, pushing the ground away from you. And then your knees can be bent. You know, if it's too difficult to keep your legs straight, some people's hamstrings are very tight. If they are, then it's fine to have bent legs. If you can, straighten them and push the heels down. And your bottom is pushing up towards the sky, so tailbone up for this one. Okay, big in-breath, come up onto your tiptoes, bend the knees, look forwards, and then you can, as if you're about to spring forwards, look forward through the hands, and then walk your feet back to the front of the mat. Hands are to the floor or to the shins, wherever they fall, and then let's look up and look forwards, crown of the head extends forwards, and then we lower down on the out-breath, and then we take a big in-breath all the way back up to standing. Big in-breath up, palms touch above us, and we bring back down through our heart centre, back down to our mountain posture, okay? So we're going to do another round, breathing in through the nose, palms touch, breathe out, swan dive down again, hands to shins, look up, look forward, extend the crown of the head forward, lower down, hands either side of the front foot, step back with the right foot. Now this time, lower the back heel down. So I'm lowering my right heel down to the floor and I'm pushing up and coming up into, remember warrior one? So the front leg is bent, the back foot is turning out slightly at about 45 degrees. So our hips are nice and forwards, okay? Arms above our heads, either shoulder width apart, or you can bring your palms together if it's comfortable for you. Breathing in, sinking down on the out-breath. Breathing in, sinking down on the out-breath. One more. And sink down on the out-breath. And then we're going to open out into our warrior two. So our left arm comes forwards and our right arm comes backwards, looking down the front middle finger. Arms are engaged, so really pushing the energy out through our fingertips. Lowering down on the out-breath, breathing in. Lower down if you can on the out-breath, pushing the outer edge, the knife edge of your back foot into the ground. And then we're going to add on something here which we didn't do before, but just take your back hand down your back leg and bring your left arm up and over and turn your palm to face the back wall, looking up to the ceiling. This is called reverse warrior or dancing warrior. And you should feel a lovely stretch down the front hip. Looking up to the ceiling. And then come back to warrior two. And then straighten the front leg. And then we're going to turn to face the other way. So I'm going to swing round to the back, facing the back, and then coming round to this side. Okay. So I've now got my right leg forwards. Okay. Bringing my arms up to the ceiling, lunging deeply, palms touch if you feel comfortable touching. Breathe in, lower down on the out-breath. Eventually we're trying to bring this part of our leg parallel down to the floor. Parallel with the floor, sorry. Breathe in, lower down. Make sure your hips are facing forwards here. Palms touching if you can. And breathe out, down. And again, let's open out. Right arm forward, left arm back into warrior two. Looking down the front middle finger. Strong posture. Warrior two. One more breath here. And let's take it down again. So take the back arm down the back leg. Bring the right arm up and over. Turn the palm to face the back wall. Lunge deeply. Look up to the fingers. And take a couple of breaths here. Feel the stretch down this hip here. And then come back. And then straighten the front leg. Heel toe the back foot in. And come back to the front of your mat. Find your mountain posture. Take a breath. And then we're going to stay at the front of your mat, but I'll come to the middle of mine. And let's try tree. So starting by grounding down through both feet to get at really stable roots, going down into the floor. Take a big in-breath. And let's turn the right heel in. Remember your drishti, your gaze. Find a spot on the wall that you can focus on throughout this so that it helps you to retain your balance. Bring your hands into prayer position. Bringing your foot up your leg, slowly, slowly, wherever it comes to. It might just come to your shin, that's fine, stay there. If you want to bring it up further, come up further, but don't rest on the knee because we never want to put pressure on the knee unnecessarily. You can also grab hold of your ankle and stick your foot into the inner thigh if you're comfortable there. If you do get your foot to the top of the thigh, then you can push the foot into the thigh and push the thigh into the foot. That helps you to stabilise. So we're wobbling a bit here. I'm wobbling, you're wobbling. So we can, if we're stable, bring our hands up above our heads. Can you reach up? Big in breath. Ooh, here she goes. And bring the shoulders down the back. So relax the shoulders. If you can, open out. And breathe. Focus on your point on the wall where your drishti takes your eyes. Bring your hands down through prayer. Okay, and then let's come down with control if we can. Okay, let's do the other side. So turning the left heel in, drawing the foot up to wherever it comes to, and you can push your foot into the inner thigh if that's available to you, or you can just stay here, whichever you prefer. Big in breath. Use your breath to steady you. If you feel yourself falling out of the posture, breathe deeply. And then bring your arms up. Nice and slow. It's great for focus, this posture. Open out if you want to, or you can just stay here, whichever you prefer. Remember to don't let your knee come in too much. Rotate it outwards to the side. And breathe. One more breath here. Wherever you are on the leg, come down now on the out breath, all the way back down to standing. Lovely. Okay, so from here, let's take our chair pose. So bringing the feet together, and we're going to sit down, hands to the floor, sitting down in our imaginary chair, bringing our arms up, swooping them up, looking up to the ceiling. Strong pose, bringing your palms together if you can. Breathing in, sinking down on the out breath. Breathing in and sink down. One more breath here. And sink down. In breath up. Now keep your arms up above. Bring your hands into a pistol grip. Look up to the ceiling. Breathe in. On the out breath, come down to your right side. Breathe in and exhale, tilting over, stretching out the side body. on the next in-breath, come back up. And then out-breath down to the opposite side. And hold. Don't come forwards or too far back. Just stay to the side in a straight line. Breathing in back to centre. And let's take a back bend. So just draw, like drawing, as if you're drawing with your fingers on the ceiling. Just take it back slowly, keeping your upper arms glued to your ears. Yeah, so don't let your head drop back further than your arms. Just come into a gentle back bend to whatever feels nice to you. And then come back up to centre, and then we're going to come forward. So we're drawing a line all the way down the wall in front of you to come to a right angle. So I'll turn to the side to show you. We're in a right angle now. My arms are glued to my ears. Hold. It's quite challenging. One more breath here. Come back up to standing. Okay, so from here, let's take our hands to our heart centre, and we'll sit down in our chair pose again. And this time, we're going to take our right elbow towards the left side of our body. Okay, so taking a twist in chair. So I can turn to the side to demonstrate. So I'm sitting down, but I'm hooking my elbow over my knee or my thigh. Hands are in prayer still. I'm looking to the side, and what I'm aiming to do is push my hands together and look over my right shoulder and hold. Big in breath. Sitting back on my heels, remember I'm not in on my toes, I'm sitting back in my heels. Next in breath, come all the way up. In breath up, look up to your hands, and then come down the other side, so hooking the elbow over the opposite leg, looking up over the shoulder. Breathing in and sinking down. Pushing the hands together, looking over the right shoulder. One more. Big in-breath up, come all the way back up to standing, and then bring your hands down, back down to mountain posture where we started. Lovely. Okay, we're going to come down to the floor now. So sit down on your mats. We're going to take our feet together, the soles of our feet together. So it's called bound angle or Baddha Konasana pose. So bringing the soles of the feet together and not sitting back like this, drawing the chest forwards and sitting up nicely, and just butterfly the knees, just bounce the knees. You might find that you have got really open hips and your knees go down to the floor. Many people do, I'm not one of them, or you may just find that they're up quite up high. So whatever it is, it's fine either way. But if you're up here, then it would probably say that you have got tight hips. So that exercise that we did earlier, tilting the pelvis under and stretching out the hips, will really benefit you. So let's bring our hands, so we've got our hands on our feet, looking up, looking forward, big in breath, and then we're going to bring our elbows out to the side and then just bring our torso down, bring our head down towards our feet. Big in breath, out breath, just come down slightly lower. In breath and lower down. One more breath here. And come back up to seated, nice and tall. And we're going to slowly come down onto our backs now. So bringing our arms in front, lowering down all the way, and then coming to a T shape on the floor. Keep your legs bent. We're going to just gently rock our knees from side to side. So down to the right, down to the left. Breathe in up, breathe out down, breathe in up, breathe out down. Come back to centre. Bring your feet up towards the ceiling And we'll just do a small, very small bit of core work now. So working your tummies. Give it a hand on your tummy if you want to and connect to that energy. Just keep your legs nice and straight, heels are flexed, just lower down, lower the heels down towards the floor. Trying to keep the legs straight, trying to keep it as slow as possible. You can touch the floor or let your feet hover and then come all the way back up. Big in breath, out breath all the way down. And one more, up and down. And then come back up. Now keep your feet here now. Bring your arms up. Try to touch your toes and lower down. And touch your toes and down. Touch your toes and hold. Hold up there this time. Hold. And lower down. Bring your knees into your chest. Just rock from side to side gently. And straighten out the legs. And come into the final pose, which is Shavasana. Just bring your attention back to your breath. Using it as an anchor to keep you in the present moment. Thoughts come and go, but just sort of let them pass. And above all, just completely and utterly relax in this posture. Checking in with ourselves one more time, mentally scanning down the body from head to foot, noticing how your body feels following the class. Bringing your attention back to your breath when it wanders off. So start to bring awareness back to the body now. Taking a deeper breath in through the nostrils, filling the lungs, and exhale. Taking your arms overhead, stretching out from toes to fingers. Stretch the body long. And then draw your knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side before letting your knees drop down to one side. And then slowly push up to your easy seated position. Take a few moments here. Thank yourself for being here today, for taking this time for you. Namaste.